Working on Fire is an amazing program that has many highlights. If I were to recall some, the most moving moments in WOF at times is the graduation ceremony at our academy, where we see people who were formerly unemployed, underemployed, graduating and proud of the achievements of coming through a very rigorous program at the academy. Whether it's crew leaders or the ab initio training, that to me is certainly one of the highlights. Of course, the other big moment of pride for many of us in WOF is when we see our firefighters fighting huge fires as in the Nais fire and making a huge difference in the lives of the people in South Africa. For me, there's also one other unstated moment of pride in the program, is when you see on the Facebook all the posting of our firefighters proudly indicating how their children, the WOF kids, are progressing thanks to the kind of employment they have within the WOF program. There's clearly a big move in terms of breaking out of the cycle of poverty, where these children are now able to afford going to preschool, going to school, properly provided for, and able to develop their own selves in terms of their schooling, thanks to their parents who are employed as firefighters. One of the biggest challenges we face as Working on Fire and as the manager of the Working on Fire program is being able to instill the passion within our management across the program. We have grown tremendously, more than 5,000 employees, and have many levels of management to serve our firefighters. Unfortunately, it's not often possible to get that kind of passion and enthusiasm for serving our firefighters. We become bureaucratic. It's a passion that I try and instill in our management, and it's a bureaucratic attitude that I try and eradicate from our program. That, for me, remains one of our biggest programs. Our firefighters always come to the fore. They are enthusiastic. They, in fact, inspire you through their progress. It's up to us in management to have the passion to try and support that kind of progress. The single most powerful motivation in WOF to a manager is to see the change in people's lives that come about as a result of this program. Not only do we do the social good in fighting fires, protecting our environment, saving lives, I think if you look at the transformation in people's lives, including the many who have left the program to take on permanent duties in SAPS, in the conservation agencies, in the South African Defence Force, in municipalities. For me, that is the biggest motivation that any management could possibly derive from a program like Working on Fire. My message to the management in Working on Fire, and for those who strive to grow in the management levels of Working on Fire, keep your focus on what the program is about. We are about developing people. We are about changing lives. And I think if you are able to be inspired by the kind of progress we have achieved and which we can achieve, that is something that should in fact inspire you to new heights in terms of delivering as a manager in the program and supporting the firefighters in our program. In terms of a leader in this organization, my role is, and I believe what I bring to the program, is a vision and strategic leadership. And by that, we need to be able to look ahead of the present and try and take the organization where we believe it needs to go to. I think it's imperative for all senior and executive management, and particularly the MD, to have a sense of our strategic goals, what we try and achieve and what we reach into, and to drive the organization to reach those goals. I have been very fortunate to have a very varied and diverse experience in my career. both locally, internationally, across 3 continents. And there's not much I would want to change in what I've had in my experience. I think it's the diversity and the range of experiences, the levels I've worked with, whether it's being a special advisor to 3 ministers in our government since 1994, the Commissioner for Civil Aviation, heading an international organization's African division in Geneva, working in the Vice President's office of a university in the US, flying commercially in the US. Those are all experiences which I think have enhanced my ability to lead the organization. So there's not much I'd want to change. In fact, I think all that different experiences have contributed to the kind of capacity to provide the strategic leadership in this company.